Well guys, as if 2025 couldn't get any worse, now we have TikTokers flexing about their food stamps, about how much money they make. This is literally where hard-earned money goes to. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Our worth as human beings is not measured by how productive we are for the American government. Our worth as human beings is not measured by how many hours we worked this week. Our worth as human beings is not measured by how many income taxes I paid last year. Okay? Our worth as human beings is not measured by how many hours we slaved away for the American government. Our worth is not measured by how productive we can be for the American government. Okay? You thinking that I am only worthy of Medicaid because I paid enough income taxes is fucking insane. Sorry, hold on. It's awful. It's terrible. That is what they want. That's all they want. They just want you to wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, die. That's all they want you to do. And you're perpetuating it. Your talking point is perpetuating that. Okay? Nothing is going to change if we continue to think that our worth is measured by how productive we are for the American government tax system. Knock it the fuck off.
Well, it does seem like my worth as an American taxpayer is to pay your bills. Because literally I have to pay for your Medicaid, I have to pay for all your social services, including your food stamps. So I don't know what this lady is talking about, because at the end of the day, somebody has to fund the government. The government doesn't make any money. They don't produce anything. The money they have is because they collect it from us, okay? So either she just doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, or she's just acting stupid. But there you go, you know, they pretty much steal the money from us to give it to you. And she actually got so many comments from that video that she decided to make another video responding to those comments. Let's go ahead and take a look.
If your taxes could go to paying for basic human rights, and then the rest of the money that you earn at your job, your work, your thing that you're passionate about, your wherever you're earning money, the money you earn there could then go to funding your life, the things you want,
like if
the
everything's
things you desire, the things. I don't know how that's living at poverty level. I don't know how us using our tax dollars to fund basic human rights, food, healthcare, housing, right? How that would mean that we would all be living at poverty level. Would you not still have jobs? You could still have jobs, making an income to then spend that money on the things you want to be spending it on, instead of having to pay insane insurance premiums, instead of having to pay different tax rates because you make this amount of money, but if you make this amount of money, we could be living in a different world, is my point. We can, I don't know, vote for policies that want to give us universal health care, not politicians. We vote for policies. We don't vote for politicians. Okay? So if we voted for those things and we had all of our basic human needs met, we wouldn't have to pay for the basic human needs except for it becoming taxes from the rich people who make a
Here we go again with the rich people.
They can afford to pay for that.
That's
so
funny.
That people can live their lives. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Well, it all sounds like a fairy tale, right? Let's all live in La La Land where the government just takes care of us and we don't have to work because all of our basic needs are met. And so let's just, you know, chill all day, get money every month from the government, let the peasant rich people, I guess, like she's pretty much saying that let's just let the rich people pay for everything. Let's just tax them to death, like if they're not gonna just leave the United States, right? Like if they're strapped down to the United States for some reason, which is, by the way, the same thing they're trying to do in New York, which I mean is kind of stupid, you know, just thinking that people are just going to take it and they're just gonna keep paying the outrageous amount of taxes. But anyway, what she's pretty much going for is communism, socialism type of thing, right? That where you just depend on the government. And you know what? I can tell you something, like I'll tell you something, literally. I would, just from hearing her, like everything that she's saying, it sounds very good, right? It sounds like, oh yeah, like hello, duh, it's common sense, right? Let's just all live off of the government, right? And when I used to live in California, I had no idea what communism, what socialism was, because either I never paid attention in school or, you know, I don't know. It's just not something that we really talk about over there. And because there's not a high population of Cubans or Venezuelans, like I had no idea, right? So when I moved to Florida, I actually, most of my friends, I have a lot of friends that are Cuban, and they've told me some stories, guys. It's just horrible. Like some of the stories they tell me is like, you know, it's insane. People die just from like not having oxygen in the hospital not having syringes, you know, to apply medication or whatever. And they don't, you know, they don't have simple things like that. And this is where it's going to, like, if everybody wants to be treated the same, then everybody's going to suffer the same. Because if you get to a point where nobody works, nobody produces anything, then you're not going to have anything, right? And it's just a life of misery. And people like this think that it's okay. Let's just live off of the government and all be happy, but it doesn't work. Socialism has never worked, and it will never work because there will always be people who want to take advantage of that, and sooner or later it's going to get corrupted.
To everyone telling me, go get a job, go get a regular job, you're so lazy. Why would I go out and get a job where I have to work when I make more money sitting at home on welfare than you do working 50 hours a week, never there with your kids, always stressed out, always
She's got
tired,
a point, I guess,
with a college degree? I'm making more than you. And it's your job as a taxpayer to support me and my 6 children anyways. So no, I'm not going to go out and get a job. I make more, I get more in food stamps every month than your 2-week paycheck. I get more than over $4,000 a month in food stamps alone.
$4,000.
That doesn't include the $2,200 a month in cash benefits I get every month.
Wow.
That doesn't include my Section 8 being paid. So my $1,100 rent, I don't pay. I pay $80 out of $1,100 every month. On top of 7 disability checks.
7 disability.
920 times 7. Add it up. That's why I'm not going to go get a regular job.
Guys, let's just take a look here. According to her, she gets $4,300 on food stamps, EBT. She gets $2,200 cash benefits a month. Section 8, she pays $87 out of $1,100. So because of her situation, I guess, she only has to pay $87 for her rent. And then she says that she has 7 disabilities. And she says that she gets $950 per disability. Like, not even veterans get this. How is this lady able to get this amount of money every month? It's insane. I don't even, like, there must be a flaw here. Because, like, in the system, I don't understand. Because I would think they would cap it at some point, right? Like, why does this lady need so much money a month like that? Anyway, I guess if you're making as much money as she's making, I can totally understand why she doesn't want to work. But you know what? Things didn't pan out so good for her. Let's go ahead and take a look.
5 days since I have been able to eat anything. Why, may you ask? Why haven't you eaten 5 days, Courtney? Well, because Donald Trump decided to change the rules when you collect welfare benefits, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, disability, whatever it is. So I have been cut off. I have never worked a day in my life. I have 6 kids, 6 mouths to feed, 4 baby daddies. Okay, I don't receive child support. I don't have any income. I've never had a job. I'm not ever going to have a job. I don't want a job. The whole point of having the kids was to get government benefits.
That's insane.
I have been collecting almost $10,000 a month in government benefits for 13 years. And now they just strip it from me. They take it from me. How the hell am I supposed to feed my kids? How? How am I supposed to pay rent? This is bullshit. Not only that, I have over 335,000 followers, and not one person has
Oh my
offered to help
God.
me. What's the point of having all these followers if they don't care, right? It is your responsibility as a taxpayer to support me and my kids. So, support me.
Guys, literally, what? Like, this pisses me off so much. Like, I don't know, when she was saying all those things, like, the level of entitlement is just like, I can't even believe it. I can't believe how people who are receiving so much money literally have the balls to go out there and just flex it to everyone and just think that nothing's gonna happen, right? That you can just talk all this shit and say all these things and you just think that nothing's gonna happen, right? This is what happened to her. This is literally her karma for talking all that shit. And, you know, I'm not happy for those kids, right? Because I feel bad for those kids. It's not their fault what their mom has been doing. But that's what happened to her because of all the stuff he was talking, right? Like, people are not happy to hear all of that. So a lot of people out there struggling, really needing that assistance, and they literally don't qualify. There's people who don't qualify and they literally are living paycheck to paycheck. They sometimes don't even have money to buy groceries. And then this, I don't want to call her bad words, but this lady just comes out and start saying all these things. Like, just keep it to yourself. If she would have just kept it to herself, she will still be getting that money. But you know what? Good that it came out, because that way people are aware of it. So I guess God makes things for a reason like that. Let's go ahead and keep watching.
This lady at Walmart got mad at me for using my EBT and having my nails done. So this lady was standing behind me and I was getting ready to pay, and of course I take out my EBT card, because what else am I gonna pay with?
Of course,
she's like,
duh.
Man, I love your nails. How much did they cost? I'm like, oh, these were like $85. And then once she sees me taking
I don't
out my
even
card,
have nails.
she starts bitching. She's like, you paid $85 for your nails, but you need EBT to pay for your groceries? I'm like, yes, bitch. I'm sorry. I didn't know that you can't have your nails done and be on EBT. I didn't know that was such a fucking crime. I told her to mind her fucking business, because it's nobody's business but my own what I do with my money. People think that just because you're on EBT means that you're poor, that you're broke. Not necessarily. And then she starts questioning all my purchases. Why am I buying this? Why am I buying that? My kids shouldn't eat this. My kids shouldn't eat that. Like, bitch, why do people feel so entitled to be all up in your shit? At this point, y'all just mad because you don't qualify for EBT and other people do.
Guess I'm just mad. Well, that is not your money, lady, okay? So, I mean, I wouldn't go that far like that lady went, right? Talking all this shit to her and questioning all her purchases, right? But technically, she is paying your groceries. She is paying your bills, right? So, I mean, like, literally, who does that, right? Like who does that? Who just goes on the internet and starts talking about all this stuff? Flexing about all their, like, government assistance and benefits, right? Like, and, you know, instead of them being humble and just being thankful to God that they're able to live this, you know, very nice life, they're out there just throwing it on your face, right? Like, thank God you qualified and that's it. Just keep going. Don't be showing people all of that, because then people are really going to get pissed. But karma hits again, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look. Things didn't pan out so good for her either.
I just went to check the mail, and I received a letter from the Foodstamps office. It says, after multiple videos were sent into our office, we had to conduct an investigation. And during our investigation, we did come across a few discrepancies in your application. It says, therefore, over the last 6 months, you received benefits that did not belong to you and needs to be paid back. You know how much I have to pay back? Do you want to know how much Foodstamps I have to pay back?
Yes, please. I do want to know.
I have to pay back $27,000
That's a steal.
Good thing is that they offer a payment plan, because where the fuck am I gonna get $27,000 off of? And guess what? I'm not even gonna pay it. Y'all have to prove to me. Where's the proof? This letter doesn't mean anything. Where's the proof? Show me the proof of what I was doing wrong. This is unbelievable. Didn't your parents ever teach you to mind your own business? Or they didn't teach you that?
I'm fucking pissed the fuck off. They cut my motherfucking food stamps to $85 fucking dollars from $738.
$700 from $700.
That's supposed to support a household of 3. For a job that barely even support my basic needs now. Like, inflation is high and the bitch groceries is high as shit. Oh, I'm pissed the fuck off. Like, I'm mad as shit because how
Welcome
the fuck
to the club.
am I supposed to survive off that shit? So when y'all see me in the motherfucking store stealing stuff and that shit in my motherfucking bag, nicely act like you don't see shit and mind your motherfucking business, because this shit is going in my motherfucking bag and I'm walking out this motherfucking store with my motherfucking chest up and my head held high, and I dare you to try to tell me, hey ma'am, excuse me, because I'm gonna look at you like you fucking retarded and say go talk to Trump about this shit.
Guys, like, they literally start getting aggressive. They've been receiving these benefits for so long, they just automatically think like they're set for life. You take it away from them, they panic. They don't know what they're gonna do, because that's all they know what to do. Just take money from the government, right? And now she's even threatening to steal. Oh well.
He done. I only got $60 in my food. They cut my food stamps to $60. What me and my kids gonna do?
I only got 50.
Like, that's crazy. Just, I looked at my thing, it say $60. What is that? I got about 6 kids. What is that gonna do, $60? Like, you got to be kidding me right now. Like, I am so tight right now. I really is pissed off. Pissed off. Like, and my public housing, like, what I'm finna do? I done got an eviction letter. Like, what am I finna do? I was living 3 years rent free.
Must be nice.
Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Oh my God. What?
Hey guys, I don't understand, like, these people, like, you guys heard the other lady too. The only reason why I had 10 kids was because I wanted government assistance. Like, having children is a beautiful thing, but you can't just keep having children because you want the government to, like, pay for them. But I guess a lot of people do that. And that's just insane. It's insane that they don't say, oh, I have all these children because I love children, right? They have them because they're going to get more money. It's like a business to them now. I mean, $60 is a lot of money. Sometimes I only have 20. But I mean, you can eat beans and rice, right? Like, I mean, that's always an option. It's always there. You just have to do what you have to do. Get a job. I'm sure you'll find a job. You are very young, so I doubt that you're going to have any issues. And I mean, come on, 3 years free rent. Like, at least I would imagine you would have saved some money or something. And I think 3 years is like enough for you to get on your feet. Like, you should have already been able to, like, get out of food stamps by yourself without having to wait for the government to take it away from you. But you see how it goes? Like, people just get comfortable, right? Like, they just don't want to get out of that life. And they're like, well, you know, they're paying all my needs and stuff. And then she's like, everything's so expensive. Yeah, welcome to the club. Everything is so expensive. Let's move on.
I just learned so much about EBT or SNAP or whatever, and I'm kind of pissed off. I posted in one of my mom groups, tell me all of your EBT tips and tricks to get the most out of it. So honestly, just curious, because I have never had like benefits or anything like that. Read through the comments and I started to get really annoyed, because I have worked very, very hard since I was 14 years old and paid into this for people to basically be abusing the system. Now, don't get me wrong. If you are a family or a single mom or single dad, and you genuinely can't afford food or to feed your family or whatever, and you need these benefits, no judgment at all. However, the people in these comments that are just abusing it was wild. Did you know that if you have EBT that you can get high-speed Wi-Fi from Xfinity for $15 a month? It's pretty fucked up because I pay over $100 a month for mine. They get half off of Amazon Prime. Why? Because having your things delivered to you within 2 days is essential.
Prime?
It's a survival need. Don't think so. Walmart delivery, Target Circle, Shipped, DoorDash, they all offer discounts for EBT. That to me is wild. So you can go and be lazy and spend your money on having whatever crap delivered to your door. That to me is a luxury. That's a luxury. Most museums, aquariums, and zoos are anywhere between $1 to $3 to enter. Again, these are luxury things. I don't take my kid to the museum every day because she needs to be entertained. These are special treats. We went on her birthday. We'll go for special occasions. Why do you deserve to go for $2 and I have to pay $25? Discounted Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus. Are you fucking kidding me? This is what I'm saying by abusing the system. You're getting your EBT benefits, whatever, SNAP benefits, and you're not using it because you can't afford to feed your family. And those of you who are using it for that reason, great, fine. You need it, that's whatever. But the people that are like, I'm staying on it long term, and I don't want to lose these benefits because of these benefits. This is wild. Why do you get the privilege of getting discounted things when we're working our asses off and paying for everything out of pocket? You get to go to the zoo for $2 and I got to pay $25, $30? You get discounts. You get free delivery from Walmart and I have to pay for it? I don't think so.
Wow. I didn't even know that. I mean, I totally agree with her. Like, if you are genuinely somebody that, needs assistance because, you're single mom, single dad, or whatever the case is, and like, you just can't go out there to work because, you have to take care of them or whatever for a limited amount of time, that's fine, right? But like, why do you have to be on it for 20 years, right? Like, this just doesn't make any sense. And guys, healthcare in America is just, fucked, right? Like, it's just, there has to be some type of change, maybe do a free market or something. Mexico, that's exactly how they do it. You just walk into, just a general doctor. They have their own little practice. They're not connected to any healthcare. And then you just pay whatever their, whatever it is for, to see them. Sometimes it could be $5, sometimes it could be $50, depends on how much. But, the prices don't change that much. So, it's not that expensive. Here in America, people are literally dying every day because they decide not to get treated early on. And so, because they can't afford it. And so they end up, dying early or having all these issues and they just can't afford to live anymore, right? It's just incredible. And why is it that some people only pay $5 with this healthcare program from the government, but then I have to pay thousands of dollars for the same procedure? It just makes no sense at all. And, I just think at the end of the day, it's just companies taking advantage of the government because they know that they charge the government this crazy amount of fees for the procedures. Like, if the government's stupid or something, which seems like they are, because how in the hell do they not see that a certain procedure shouldn't be worth that much? Just have no idea. And then us that we don't qualify, we have to pay the outrageous amount of money that they're asking for. So I guess that's how it works. And I literally know people too that don't want to make more money because they are in a certain program for Obamacare or whatever. And if they do make more money, then now they're going to charge them more money. So like they try to stay in a certain amount of like bracket of like, oh, I can't go over $30,000 because if I go over $30,000, then they're going to charge me double the amount of healthcare. So the government, in a sense, is keeping people poor. They want you to stay poor. They want you to stay on that situation. They don't want you to strive for more. Which to me is just insane that people think that's okay. I prefer to make more money, and I don't care if I have to pay more money, but at least I'll be making more money. But hey, as that lady said, it's your responsibility as a taxpayer to pay for my health care and my children's health care and my food stamps. So you better get working. All right, guys. Well, see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments below. Bye-bye.